Hey everybody, welcome to another Area 51 video. I am Aaron, that is Blake, and we have a special treat for you today. We are going to do a WNBA Prizm Blaster Box Retail Edition from Panini. We're going to open this product up and give you a little look inside to see what this product looks like so you can make your judgment at home on whether it's something you might want to buy. Now this product has been out on shelves for a while, but with that being said, it is still a very well-selling product. Inside of it, we have some very good players to look for. There is definitely some hype behind this product, not just because it has the Prizm stamp on it, but also specifically because it has some really good players from a draft class going into the WNBA this year. So, without further ado, while Blake is going to crack open the box here on camera,
let's do it.
I want to give you a quick rundown. If you're joining us for the first time, just remember that we are Area 51, and therefore we have a 51-point rating scale. Every major product gets 1 point to start because it was made by a major manufacturer into an actual product. So we give it 1 point. From there, we have 5 grading points that can get up to 10 points each. And on each of those grading factors, we will grade it between 1 and 10 to give it a total score of up to 51 points, and that will determine our recommendation for you. 51 is perfect. A 1 is the absolute worst a product could get. We haven't had a 1 yet, but have no fear. I'm sure we'll get there one day. But today, we're doing a Prizm product, and Prizm products typically are higher end products, really pretty right out of the box. So we're really looking forward to jumping right in and showing you what comes out of this retail blaster.
So today we are opening 4 cards per pack with 5 packs per box. And we are looking for star-studded lineup in signature Prizm green.
And some of the rookies that we're looking for, we're actually looking for a number of different things out of this product. First and foremost, I'll start with the rookie class. Looking for Sabrina Onskew. I know I'm butchering her name. I'm sorry. She is the hot prospect. Let me tell you a little bit about her. In case you don't follow WNBA, I want to make sure you're aware because we do need to give some due respect to these ladies playing this professional sport, and that is very important because this young lady, Sabrina, was the NCAA all-time leader for triple doubles in her career. She is the Pac-12 all-time leader in assists. Third to that, she is the only NCAA Division I player with 2,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 1,000 rebounds in her career.
Wow, what?
She is the one to look for. Bella Alari. I'm sorry I'm butchering their names. I'm just not familiar with how they actually pronounce them. She's the kind of the second number rookie that we're looking for. There are several other rookies that do so well, but those are kind of the top 2 for value.
Okay.
The other thing is we've got veterans in here that sell very well. We're looking for any of the numbered cards. A lot of the lower numbered cards with any set are going to sell well, but in Prizm, they absolutely are kind of the pinnacle. So with that being said, we're looking for Sue Bird. Obviously, if you know WNBA, you know who Sue Bird is. A lot of people that don't know WNBA know who Sue Bird is. You have Diana Taurasi, I believe is how you say her name, Skylar Diggins, and Brianna Stewart as some of the other veterans to look for, all of which carry very good values, comp values on eBay for the product. All right, without further ado, giving you a quick history lesson. Blake, what do we have there for cards, man?
All right, so busting into our first pack here, we have Sammy Whitcomb, Lexi Brown. We have a green Prizm of Bria Holmes. And we have a Kelsey Plum from the Aces. All right, pack 2. See if we get some rookies here. We have Kia Nurse, Brittany Sykes. We have a green Fireworks Prizm of Sylvia Foles. And we have a Kayla McBride. So none of those names we're talking about yet. We haven't seen a rookie card yet.
Still looking for a rookie.
All right, we got our first rookie here. Katija Laxka.
Okay.
Katie Lou Samuelson. We got an insert far out Jonquel Jones and a Tiffany Hayes. Not super familiar with the names of WNBA players either. Just this is the first time we've opened this.
Right. Well, I mean, this is only the second year Panini has done this product line too. So, WNBA is fairly new license for them. I believe they took it over from another company. So it's fairly new in the Panini lineup, and it's getting a lot of buzz because they put the Prizm stamp on it. This product is sold really well in hobby. I know a couple of friends of mine at card stores said that people were coming in and buying and collecting it. It did actually do reasonably well in breaks, but I do believe it's a fairly low printed product. I don't think Panini made a ton of it, so it is seeming to be short in the market right now.
Testing the waters.
Yeah.
All right, we have a Tierra Ruffin Pratt, Chelsea Gray. All right, we have definitely something sparkly.
Ooh, sparkles are usually good.
I believe this is our pink, or this is our green star, or a pulse. Oh, I'm sorry, our green pulsar. Candace Parker, Fearless.
All right.
That's a cool card. We saw those in another product. And then a Cheyenne Parker.
I mean, those do look pretty as far as the cards go. The quality of the foiling and everything is nice.
All right, last pack. Let's get some last pack luck here. We got Christy Tolliver, Jantel Lavender. Jantel Lavender. Our silver is an Isabel Harrison for the Wings. And we have a Latoya Sanders. So Isabel Harrison's our silver. And Candace Parker, green pulsar insert for the Sparks.
Really pretty cards. I gotta say that. Those are, I like the foiling on camera. They show up really nice. Obviously, I'm not holding them, but I am familiar with Prizm products, so
get a look at the back.
Those are nice looking cards. So you're holding the cards, Blake. We'll work together to come up with the grade.
Sure.
So let's jump right into grading this and get through it, okay? So again, to remind everybody, we have 5 grading scales that we'll go through. Gradability, value, collectability, presentation, and wow factor. Each one of those can get up to 10 points to give a maximum of 51 points. So, Blake, you're touching the cards. You're opening the packs.
Yep.
Hit me with gradability. How do these look? What's the quality of the cuts, centering, those types of things?
Looking really good. It is a Prizm release. So we have our typical Prizm dust. Did have, because it's on the thicker card stock, you can kind of see it from top down here that not every cut is made perfectly.
Right.
So pretty typical of all the Prizm. I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay. I'll trust your judgment there.
It falls right in line with all the other Prizm products we've seen.
All right. And I'm going to take value here. The reason I'm going to take value, even though I'm not holding the cards, I have done a lot of research comp-wise on this product to get ready just to open this and see what we're looking at since we only had a retail blaster. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There are some big hits in here that sell for thousands of dollars. That's very different than some of the other products that we recently reviewed that are draft picks, college type of style. This WNBA product does have big money in it. However, because the WNBA is not as highly collected a product as some of the other things like the NBA, NFL, etc., there is a limited market on these cards. I think it's growing, though, which is a great thing for both women's basketball and our hobby. So I'm really excited to see where this type of product goes. These Prizm cards look great. It is a Prizm product, so it is a high-end product. I'm very happy to see that this is making it into the market. So with that being said, I think the value here is good, but I don't think it's anything to write home about because you still need the low-numbered big hits to really get much value out of the product. So I'm going to go with a 5 here because you can pull big money, unlike the Draft Picks baseball product, which we previously reviewed, where it's really hard to pull big money out of that. You can hit it rich with this by getting a blaster. The product looks great. You definitely have a range of cards that have some value. It's just harder to pull them, I think. So we're going to go with a 5 on the value of this product.
Sounds good.
So now you're looking at these cards, Blake. I think we'll tag team this one. Let's talk collectability on the product. So collectability, is somebody going to go out and want to collect these cards?
Yeah, I think so. I think the limited print run on these and the fact that we live in 2020 right now, the IP of this of the WNBA, I think, is getting a lot of attention. It's getting bigger. Would a hardcore collector, are we talking American football? Are we talking the NBA? We're not there, but definitely up and coming product. And you kind of hinted at it by it's sold pretty well in local hobby shops. So,
right.
So I do think that it's on the rise.
I would say, as collectability goes, I think it deserves a 5. Middle of the road. I think it's still a niche market. I think it's a growing market, but I actually really like the product. I would collect this product. I'm not a basketball fan, so I'm not going to. But with that being said, I definitely think that the product looks great. And if I was into basketball, this would be a product I might be interested in collecting. I definitely think it's not on the scale, like Blake mentioned, of being NBA, NFL, MLB level for collectability yet. But I think this could be in the future, especially with quality product like this. So I think a 5 is a good factor and grade for that. Do you agree, Blake?
I agree. Yep. I think a 5 is reasonable. I think that's right where it should sit.
All right. And so, Blake, you're touching the cards again. Let's talk presentation. Where are we at with presentation on the set? How is it presented, packaging, quality of product, all of that kind of wrapped in one?
So we got 3 inserts out of 5 packs. So that's a lot of base cards. I like that. I like that the inserts are a little bit more rare on the presentation. We're looking at the color. We got a lot of green color here, so I kind of would have liked to see, some different color on here, but that fireworks card looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got
really pretty cards, and they do show up on camera really well.
Yeah, and the silver, obviously this is that's your typical silver design from Panini. So I'm going to give the presentation on this one. I am going to go a little bit lower than some of the other Prizm, just because the limited amount of inserts. So I'm probably going to give it a 7.
Okay. I think that's a good place to go with that. And so let's tag team this one. Let's kind of join together. The last rating scale is going to be overall wow factor. Where are we at with wow factor, Blake? Are we wowed by this product? Do we like it enough to go, yeah, that's awesome? Or are we just kind of like, yeah? What do we say here? I'm
kind of wowed in a disappointing way. We pulled one rookie card out of an entire blaster, and in a product that's driven by its rookie class, that's disappointing. And I would have at least liked to see 2 or 3 rookies out of it. Obviously the cards look great. It's a staple product. It looks really good, but we have all this base, and this is the interesting part right here. So right. I'm not really all that wowed. I'm kind of leaning more towards a 4.
So I like the product. I'm not wowed, but I do appreciate the quality of the product. I do see that there are some big hits value-wise in the product. I'm looking at those. I'm impressed by the way that the inserts look on camera. I'd like to meet you in the middle and go with a 5. I think it's a middle-of-the-road product.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a 5. I do know that on the hobby side, the hobby boxes do have pretty good hit ratios and do look pretty good. I think we're looking at the retail side, but I think it's worth noting on a product of this caliber, saying the hobby side does add a significant value here. So
I can see that.
I'd like to go with a 5 and say it's middle of the road.
Okay.
It doesn't overwhelm me with wow, but I do think it's a buyable product. I think it's deserving of a reasonable rating.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right, perfect. So we're going to go with a 5 on wow factor. So just to recap, every product starts with a 1 on the scale. For a grade, the WNBA Prizm gets a 7. The value gets a 5. For collectability, it gets a 5. For presentation, it gets a 7. And for wow factor overall, it gets a 5, bringing us to a total rating of 30 for the product. So 30 is a product that is average. It's not great. We don't necessarily recommend it. It's not a bad buy, but it's not something we're going to recommend that you run out and buy. At least for us, I think it's worth noting on this product, unlike a lot of our products, on this product, I think the hobby product is worth the buy. There are some really good values that come in the hobby product, a little different than the retail. I'm still not saying you should run out and buy hobby WNBA Prizm, but I think that if you're going to buy this product, you should direct your eyes to the hobby side. I don't know that the retail is where to buy on the Prizm WNBA stuff.
Just one of those kind of tells you what you need to know about retail.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, because if you wander in and you're like, what is this? I doubt just a random run-of-the-mill person is going to pick up WNBA anyway.
Yeah.
But you might, because it's the only Prizm product and you see the Prizm stamp. It's worth knowing that, that box probably isn't going to be worth the $20 that you paid for it, but it is still a Prizm product, and it might have some value down the road. You can always get the big hits. It's a lottery ticket like anything else. But a 30 is not a bad rating. It's just not a good rating.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, that brings us kind of to the end of the WNBA Prizm rating that we've done. Again, a good product, not a great product. Got a 30 on our grading scale. However, we still have some products coming before the end of 2020 to go up for you that you will not want to miss. I'm looking forward to closing out the year with trying to find a product that actually gets a high grade from us.
40 plus.
51 is a little perfect, but there are some possible 40s out there that I don't think we've made it to yet. So I'm looking forward to putting one of those up and letting you know what product we do recommend to get out there and buy. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us for another Area 51 video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit those buttons down below. Join us on Twitch. Join us on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Area 51 Collectibles and Area 51 Collects. Everybody, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.